going down, tired of myself, tired of this town.
Yeah, Freestyle Friday number 17. My name is E-Double, his name is Tom Petty, and here we go. Small pond, big pond, the fish are the only difference. City fish are the only difference. City fish are the only difference.
Someone screwing up, tired of going down, tired of myself.
You know what? You know what the problem is? It's been too long. It's been too long since I streamed. I had echo. I had all kinds of crap going on. That's when you know that it's just been too long. So, anyway. Welcome in this morning. It's a Saturday morning. I know this ain't my normal time or place or universe or whatever it is. I don't know. But all I will say is that IRL stuff this last week was not kind to people. Was not kind to people at all. But anyway, I guess let's just get right into it. Why not? Why not get right into it? And the first thing we're going to do is, I believe I have some memberships to give away, right? So let's do that here. Boom, here we go. Let's give away some. Who's going to get the memberships today? What do you say? Who's going to get them today?
I like beer.
Anani's Moose, Phelan,
I like beer.
Luna Lizzie, Quella, and Asthma.
I like beer. I like beer.
Let's see, who else is going to get it here?
I like beer.
Milltown's
I
Best,
like beer.
Paul Pittman, Last Brigade, Brittany
I
Daniels,
like
Virtual
beer.
Vernon. Did I miss anybody?
I like beer.
I don't think so. Milltown's Best, Paul Pittman,
I like beer.
Last Big Dude, Brittany Daniels, and Virtual
I
Vernon.
like
There you go.
beer.
All right, 10 new members for the next month. There you go. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy your memberships. There's a catalog of content out there, members only streams and stuff that I did in the past. Enjoy yourselves. And hey, if you, I don't know, like what I do here, like the content that's made here, consider extending that subscription. Would be much appreciated, as always, but never expected. All right. So remember, guys, when it rains, look for the rainbow. When it's night, look for the stars. And when it's morning, look for the coffee. There you go. Look for the coffee. All right. So today, what are we talking about? Today, we're going to talk about a Mandela effect. And here's the deal. Full disclosure, I'm fairly certain that most of you, if not all of you, probably don't even know who Ed McMahon is. It's just not your generation. I get that. I understand that. But back in the day, Hang on a second here, guys. I apologize for the interruption. But when your mother texts you, you kind of got to respond, right? All right. So, anyway, apologize. Anyway, here we go. So, Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon was a gentleman who, in the let's see here, in the 80s, I guess it was something like that. He had a deal with a company called Publishers Clearinghouse, and Publishers Clearinghouse, let's see here. And this was all triggered. This was all triggered by an article we're going to go over. But first, I found YouTube has a American Family Publishers Clearinghouse commercial. This was from 1984. So let's just this is an old commercial from 1984. Let's just give it a little watch. It's 29 seconds, and then we'll get into the story. Here we go.
Here's the secret, folks, of where to win the biggest sweepstakes prize of all time.
American family, join us.
Tim Blakely and Rebecca Wright won millions of dollars. Now you can win $10 million, only from American Family. No other sweepstakes with a prize this big. I will personally award this giant cash fortune. Be sure to enter the sweepstakes with my picture.
Join us.
Millions and millions of dollars, all for you.
Okay. So, nothing like a little, what in the hell? Okay. So nothing like a little bit of nostalgia there on a Saturday morning. So American Family Publishers House was this business. And they actually went out of business in 2000. Let's see, hang on. They went out of business in the 90s, and their spokesperson, Ed McMahon, he passed away in 2009. But Ed McMahon was probably even more noted for being the sidekick for Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson was the front runner for late night television shows. If it hadn't been for Johnny Carson, you wouldn't have people like David Letterman. You wouldn't have people like, what's his name? Ferguson or Jimmy Kimmel or any of those guys, right? And anyway, so this article, according to this article for Forbes magazine, says that when those of a certain age think of Publishers Clearinghouse, they tend to remember TV ads featuring Ed McMahon knocking on a door while holding a big check. Even the Obama administration made reference to these advertisements, according to Michael Grunwald's recent book, The New Deal. Former Obama chief of staff and current Chicago mayor Rahm Emanuel argues that a stimulus bill is denying ourselves an Ed McMahon moment. The grateful sequel of Publishers Clearinghouse pleasure that would greet an envelope arriving from Obama. Yet Emanuel, like nearly everyone else, gets it wrong. Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. He was spokesman for the American Family Publishers. McMahon never left the studio to ambush families. He never held a giant check. Similarly, Publishers Clearinghouse never hired a celebrity to serve as a spokesperson. It was the prize patrol, not McMahon, that showed up on doorsteps with a giant check. Well, so what does all this mean? Okay. So essentially what would happen is in the 80s, I can remember this as a young person into my teen years and even into the 90s, you would get this large brown envelope and it had American Family Publishers on it, and it would have Ed McMahon's picture on it. And it was a magazine sale. I don't know if this happens anymore. I don't know if this does anymore, but in the days of yesteryear, you would have people that would just cold call or randomly show up at your doorstep, and they would offer you an opportunity to buy different types of magazines. You could buy Outdoor Life, you could buy fishing magazines, golfing magazines, hunting magazines. You could all kinds of women magazines, Southern Living, you name it. Every magazine that was in publication back in the day, you could buy them through the subscription service. And these people would walk around and try to solicit you to subscribe to it. Well, American Families publishers, what they would do is they would just mail it out like that. And they say, well, no subscription was required to be a potential winner. And you could win up to $10 million, right? That was the prize pool, $10 million. And they, just like the commercial we just saw with Ed McMahon, you had these families, they'd come on there, do these commercials. This person won $1 million. This person won $2 million, and so on and so forth. And then there was the Publishers Clearinghouse. Now, Publishers Clearinghouse, what they would do is they would just show up at people's, you'd get a thing in the house, just your mail to you, whatever you could fill out, send in. Again, magazine sales. Subscription services are what sold all this stuff, or drove all this stuff, not sold it. And anyway, they would, fill out the thing or whatever. And if you won, they would actually show up at your doorstep. They'd have balloons, and they would have a giant cardboard check, and they'd have all these things. And so a lot of people, a lot of people believe that it got the two confused, and in their minds, quote, so the Mandela effect occurred, right? And so in people's minds, they thought and believed that Ed McMahon was showing up at people's homes with these giant cardboard checks. But in actuality, in factuality, that never happened. That was not, that just didn't happen. So anyway, and those two companies actually kind of lived in a symbiotic. Hey, Liana. Hey, Gigi. So they kind of lived in a symbiotic type relationship because they fed off of each other, and they became almost synonymous. It didn't hurt either one of them. And a lot of people, that's how they did their magazine subscriptions, was through American Family or Publishers Clearing. And I'm sure over the years, because I know my my grandparents would have magazines delivered. There were certain ones that they really liked to read. I'm sure my mom, even maybe my dad, would get. I remember for a while there was, magazines. Usually for my dad, it was hunting and fishing type things. With my mom, it was more like recipes and things like that. They had magazines that was all centered around recipes and things and so forth. But anyway, that in a brief little story is Ed McMahon and the Publishers Clearinghouse at American Family Publishers, Mandela Effect. All right, so we get ready to do this next one here. I didn't even talk about this, but anyway, I'll go on. It doesn't matter. So I was sent this video last night by Purple Paw Print, and I don't believe the person's profile picture looks familiar to me, but I don't remember I don't remember if I've ever seen any of this guy's content before. This is a little 7-minute video. I'm gonna do the playback speed. I'm gonna crank it up just a smidge. It's a short video anyway, but I thought this was pretty good. This is kind of some of you guys might find this interesting too. I don't know. I found it interesting. Since I found it interesting, I thought I would share it with you. This is coming from a creator by the name of Diesel Patches. And anyway, this is his just the title is More Pegasus Just Destroyed My Cheeks. And I was like, what in the world? And then the more I watched this video, the more intrigued I got. And I think it's kind of relevant to kind of some of the stuff that's going on right now. So let's just get into this video. Let me get the audio here. There we go. And let's check this out.
We've had a topic like the Mr. Beast drama where every commentary channel shamelessly milked the situation dry. Now, during that time, I never made a Mr. Beast video because I didn't really care, but then came a topic I was genuinely invested in, and I was ready to milk it dry. This is known as the iDubbbz situation. Let me give you the quick rundown. iDubbbz unalived 5 children and burned down a hospital, so people are kind of annoyed with him right now. I tried my hardest to milk this topic dry.
So right off the bat, we've got allegations of dead children and, what was it? Dead children.
I was genuinely invested in, and I was ready to milk it dry. This is known as the iDubbbz situation. Let me give you the quick rundown. iDubbbz unalived 5 children and burned down a hospital, so people...
Yeah, so we've got the burning of a hospital and the ending of 5 children. So that's interesting. That's really interesting. I don't think that's what happened at all, but we'll let this guy continue on with the story.
People are kind of annoyed with him right now. I tried my hardest to milk this topic dry because there was a lot to go off of, but unfortunately for me, the competition was just too fierce. There are commentary YouTubers who will drop off the face of the earth so they can grind out as much slop as possible to feed all the little piggies they call a fan base. It wasn't even a competition. I'll admit, I was completely blown out. My stupid fucking wife and kid got in the way of my dream, and now I'm no longer the ultimate slopster. There's really no point in me carrying on anymore, but unlike Turkey Tom...
So that would place him in, an even worse sport.
Fuck you! I belong at the fucking top. I run this fucking game. I run this game. I run this fucking game! Stop the fucking count.
Yeah, I won. Fuck everybody. I'm number 1.
All right, this guy sucks. Just gonna dislike every single video right now.
So anyway, he just didn't call them N-word while he did it. Well, you're not wrong, Gigi. And honestly, if you think about it, if you do some comparison analysis, there was a woman that during the same time frame that Ian did his content cop on Ethan. There was a woman who said some pretty racially charged, bigoted stuff towards a little black boy, I think, that was had some developmental challenges. And then she raised, what was it, like $200,000 or $300,000 for some crap, and she said the N-word. So maybe, possibly, if Ian would have done that, he might have been able to raise a little bit more money for his celebrity boxing match that wasn't really a celebrity boxing match. It was just a boxing match for content creators to get together and have a good time, have a party, all that kind of stuff. And by the way, if you're so inclined, after sending us, some money, you could throw some money over here in the tip jar over here for the charity. It was basically, you know what it was? It was, someone else made this analogy, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, and so I can't credit them. But it's the equivalency of, when you go shopping at a store, you're at the grocery store, whatever, and then you get prompted, like, would you like to round up for whatever charity? Right? When you're going to pay, they give that option. You could just round up, it's at $7.58. Would you like to round up to the 42 cents? Would you like to round up the 42 cents to make it, $8 and give that to charity? You just click right there on the little pad, right? That's essentially what the whole thing was, that the quote boxing charity that Creator Clash was. That's essentially what it was. It was give your change or whatever to the cancer, what was it, cancer research, and I don't know, dementia, and a horse farm or some crap. I don't know what it was. I didn't, obviously you can tell, since this was about the Ian situation and all the slop content that was made, I wasn't in the running. I wasn't even considered. I don't even think I made any videos on it, quite honestly. And I don't think I ever talked really too much about it, because I was like, why? There was plenty of other people I felt like was milking that damn thing dry, so there was no need for me to get involved in it. But anyway, let's get on back to the video here.
I'm no sore loser, so I will graciously accept my loss. To commemorate these fine gentlemen, let us go ahead and review the rules for this year's Slop Olympics.
Okay, so first of all, foremost, hang on here. Do I need to move my camera? Because I feel like my camera, where's my camera? Let me move it, because I feel like it's kind of in the way. So let me drag this up over here out of the way. And chat, where's chat? Chat, we got to move you because you're in the damn way too. So let's slide you over here. What do you say? Matter of fact, let me just, while we're at it here, let me just squint you up here. Let me squint you up here like so. Squint this down just a little bit. Squint this up just a little bit like so. And boom. We'll just make you bigger right over here on the side. There we go. I don't know who these guys are. Okay. I don't know. I know. Okay. My mouse pointer's not showing fine. So going from left to right. I don't know who the first guy is. I don't know. It's some little mushroom dude. That's Dolan Dark. I know that. I don't know the next little profile picture with the comb back hair and the Ray-Bans. I don't know who that is. The next one's Dumpy. I know that one. I think that next one after that's Turkey Tom, of course, Nicholas Diorio, Cavos, Pyrocynical, and then I don't know who the dude is on the far right. I don't know who those guys are. It doesn't matter, whatever. But anyway, let's continue on with the video here.
Together.
Here's the rules. All right.
The main topic of discussion is iDub, so for every video made about him will equate to 10 points. To add on to these set of rules, every video about the next set of individuals before the first content cop will not count. I would also like to mention every 15 minutes dedicated to the slop will add an extra 2 bonus points, but...
Okay, so 10 points for every video. For every 10 minutes that the video in length is, then they get an extra 2 points. Why am I being excluded in people time? Morning, everybody. I don't know. Why am I not getting notes? I'm going to tell you something. Squatching. I set this thing up yesterday evening. I set this thing, and I even had a trailer. I worked yesterday evening and created a brand new trailer. And you saw my tweet? Well, thank you for seeing my tweet. I appreciate that. I did a brand new trailer, and the trailer wouldn't show. So that was kind of aggravating, I may show you guys the trailer here before if you guys will remind me, I'll show you the trailer that I did, because I was kind of proud of the trailer. But anyway, let's get on back to the. So 10 points. So we know 10 points for every title or every video made, and if for every 10 minutes of length of the video, they get an extra 2 points. So we know that. So we're okay. So we know the rules. I pushed the wrong button.
Ian isn't the only idiot involved in this drama. We also have Hassan Piker, Ethan Klein, and Ian's husband, all of them being worth 5 points. Lastly, we have Fro.
Okay. All right. So you get 5 points for if it's Hassan's talked about, Ian's talked about, Ethan's talked about, iDub's husband, whatever her name is, Joma, whatever hell, I don't know what her name is. And now what's this about
Frogan and Denims? Not as significant, but played a part in this drama nonetheless. Both of these intelligent individuals are worth 2 points. Let us be.
Oh, so they're demolished or relegated down just to 2 points. So they're only about half. They ain't even half, because half would be 2.5. So they're only 2. So they're less than half. Dennis and Frogan are only 2 points. So they're less than half of value. Okay.
Begin.
Cheeto
Cheeto has been reposting streams instead of editing.
Oh, that's who that is. Oh, I forgot about that loser. Yeah, Cheeto and I had beef back in the day. But whatever.
Videos as of late, which is fine and definitely helps his case for this tournament about slop. Adding the numbers together, Cheeto has made 5 iDubbbz videos, 5 Hassan videos, and 1 Frogan video. Due to his new tactic of re-uploading streams, he earns 10 bonus points, which totals out to 87 points. Way better than his Mr. Beast grind. So, since this society has thumbnails with Ian and Anissa, and because Anissa is the alpha, I will be counting the points under her name. With that in mind, Sens has made 10 iDubbbz videos, 7 Hassan videos, 9 Anissa videos, 3 Denims videos, 5 Frogan videos, and 1 video about Ethan Klein. The variety here is stellar. It is amazing. Tackling every single participant in this drama can take you a long way. Add on 12 bonus points for a few of his videos exceeding 15 minutes. As a result, we get a total of 193 points, impressively cracking the 3 digits. You go, girl.
Sins, okay. So we've had a Cheeto and Sins. A Cheeto I've heard of before. Sins I have not. I didn't get OBE either. Gigi, take another drink of your little caffeinated drink that you drink in the morning, because you're not making sense again. Okay, you need to jostle things, because it's, I don't know. Good morning, Kevin. WestJet.
Okay, I don't know if WestJet got married or made any friends, but this slop grind is absolutely fucking disgusting. Just look at this shit. 2 iDubbbz videos, 1 Hassan video, and 0 bonus points, totaling his count to a measly 25 points. See what happens when you have a life? You're an embarrassment to the art.
Pyro Live, okay.
Somehow.
I know Pyro Cynical. WestJet is a playing company. Well, yeah. But, okay. Anyway, so Pyro Cynical. Let's see how Pyro does.
Worse than WestJet's performance when it comes to slopping. Again, I don't know if Pyro is going outside more, but something seems iffy to me. Only 1 iDubbbz video came along with 2 bonus points, and all he can obtain from that is 12 points. This is supposed to be the Slop King, the one who will explain the origin of life itself before tackling a topic. I'm very disappointed with Pyro's game. What happened?
All right. So, chat, just out of curiosity, right? They lose my luggage less than air can. Well, that's good. That's good, squad. You don't want to lose your luggage. So, like I say, I know Dolan Dark and Dumpy and Nick and Cavos. I don't know this other guy here. Slop God is 500 plus points. Chat. I don't know who do you think is going? Who do you think anybody? First of all, do you think anybody is? Okay. Let's see who he's talking about next. More Pegasus. Okay, so I bet you.
A topic. I'm very disappointed with Pyro's game. What happened to this man?
Okay, so something tells me more Pegasus is the mushroom dude, right? So let's see. Do you think because he was talking about this guy was like a slop god or whatever it was. So do you think he's going to make it to the top?
Finally, a worthy participant. Pegasus.
Yeah, this Pegasus, the P. I bet that's what it is. Okay, let's see where Pegasus goes.
Man. Finally, a worthy participant. Pegasus does not shy away from slop. In fact, he embraces it. When new slop comes about, Pegasus will shamelessly slurp it up and upload the puke from that very slop he ate up for his viewers. And not only are his titles and thumbnails absolute peak, he doesn't disappoint in the quantity department either. 7 iDubbbz videos, 5 Anissa videos, 2 Frogan videos, along with 2 Ethan Klein videos. Not bad, but none of that is comparable to his Hassan grind. 18 videos about Mr. Piker. And because Pegasus will stretch out each of his videos to over 20 minutes, we have 68 bonus points to add to the score, totaling out to 267 points. You've done it again, Mr. Pegasus.
He's a slop king. All right, Dumpy.
So, Dumpy only uploaded iDubbbz videos, 3 of them, which isn't terrible, but what else does he have to show? No videos on Denims, Hassan, or even the Frogan man herself. 30 points. Isn't terrible, but could have been a lot better had he expanded his slop to other members of the situation.
And I'll tell you something, Dolan Darkest, I didn't even know this guy. I didn't even know that Dolan Dark was even still around. I thought that Dolan Dark had, like, Pyro does have a family of kids like Seth, behave. Behave, Seth. I thought Dolan Dark, the only thing I know about Dolan Dark is he used to do these little funny memes on Twitter, and that him and Seth's best friend, Colossal's Crazy, used to go back, banter back and forth. That's that's about all I know about Dolan Dark. He has a duck. He has a duck on his thing. Do you guys, speaking of, you guys just want to suck his cock? I don't. What are you talking about? Seth, what are you talking about? Is this the one here? Yeah, okay. So this is I don't know if this is kind of old. I don't know. Do you guys remember this one?
Dinner is ready.
Fuck duck. I prefer chicken, this feathered fuck. Just sits on Twitter with a picture of a duck every minute. Oh, it's the same picture posted every time, it's just slightly different. Yes, how original. Subs up in the 6 figures and this pigeon still petitions others for this video. Isn't it kind of sad that you had to ask because you lack talent and apparently you're too embarrassed? You just got wrecked by an aristocrat. A 77-year-old man. What a joke. Still don't even know why you wanted me to roast. That was fucking delicious. Eggs on toast. Bitch! Fucking duck!
Eggs on toast. There you go. There you go. Eggs on toast. Dolan Dark. I thought the duck was August the Duck. No, it's Dolan Dark. I knew the. Shut up, Seth. You're just a hater. You're just a hater. But anyway, yeah, let's see how Dolan Dark does, because I didn't even know the dude was still alive and made content. I'll be honest with you.
Dolan uploaded 2 iDubbbz videos and 1 Ethan Klein video. The quantity is lackluster for sure, but each video is over 15 minutes long, so I will be adding 6 bonus points, which gives us 31 points total, slightly above Dumpy.
Here we go, Kavos.
Stupid fat-ass bitch Kavos is never shy when it comes to shamelessly talking about the same topic for over a month, but how he approached the iDubbbz situation was very out of character. 1 video, and that's it. Less than 50 minutes long as well. No other videos on Hassan, Ethan Klein, Denims, just a shorty on Ian Joma. Kavos.
Too bad it wasn't on freaking, what's his name? What is it? Logan Paul. He hates Logan Paul. I mean, Jesus, way up. I don't know how many videos he's done on Logan Paul.
Knows how to be sloppy, but he never takes advantage of the slop, and that is unforgivable. Bottom tier.
All right, Nicholas Diorio. Will people ever lose the weight? Never say never. Never say never.
Guys and gals, you'll need to sit down for this one because, hoo boy, these are slop levels that I only dreamed of. We were foolish to believe Pegasus was the god of slop, but there is another who has surpassed him tenfold. Nicholas Diorio. 8 Ethan Klein videos, 4 Hassan videos, only 1 video for Denims and Frogan, but what puts this man at the top is the quantity of iDubbbz videos, and from simply re-uploading streams, adding an unquantifiable amount of bonus points. 21 iDubbbz videos with each.
Jesus Christ, 21 iDubbbz videos. Of course, when he streams, his streams are like, what, 4 or 5 hours in length. That's a lot of videos you can chop up.
Video being at least an hour long, and some even surpassing the 2-hour mark. Diorio's bonus score alone surpasses everyone on this list. 287 bonus points.
His bonus points were 287, guys. It surpassed everybody on their combined score. Just in bonus points, guys. Oh, come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. All hail the new king of slop.
Adding up to a total of 561 points. Wow.
561 points. Good Lord.
Yes. Top of the tier, no question. You're an American hero, Nicholas Diorio. Here are our winning sloppers. Congratulations to all those who've sacrificed having a life and a loving family to give us endless entertaining content.
Good Lord. That's insane. The whole slob, it's slop, S-L-O-P, not slob, Seth. I know you're a foreigner, so I'll give you a break there. It's slop, S-L-O-P, slop. Whatever. Well, I'm not going to explain it to you. I don't have time. Now, sloppy content, yeah. Well, no, it's like, it's not sloppy in the sense of it's like all over the place or whatever. It's slop. It's like, if you have like a whole pen full of hogs, right? Slop, that's what you feed them. And slob is just this amalgamation of just leftovers. And like a lot of times, people who are raising hogs, they make deals with like restaurants to go in and get their leftovers. And because hogs, pigs, they'll eat anything, meat, vegetables, fruit, it doesn't matter. Breads, you name it. And these farmers go in and will get all these leftovers and what have you. If it's like packaged stuff, then they have, of course, open the packages, get all the plastic and stuff away from whatever, and they just dump it in a, and they just dump it in a big thing, and it just pours out into the trough, and then the piggies come up and gobble it up. It's slop. It depends on what you add. They call anyone covering popular content slop content, though. Well, yeah, because, all right, so, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, or I'm not throwing shade or shadow, whatever, but the main topics like that are going on, the quote slop content, right, is like, for example, Ethan and Ian. Well, that's covering a quote betrayal, right? A sense of betrayal that they both experienced, I guess, to some degree. And so they're publicly fighting, right? And so people are reacting to the fight, right? They're expanding, they're giving their thoughts, they're doing deep dive analysis into emotions and feelings. And if you cover it and don't add any new or any insight, it's slop. Sure. Not arguing that, I don't guess. I mean, it's I don't know. It's just, I just get, I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you as a whole, as the quote, the chat, but I get tired of that. So I don't even watch it. You know, when iDubbbz made his content cop video on Ethan, yeah, I watched that. Okay, and then I watched the couple of videos, whatever, that Ethan made in response to this, that, whatever else. I don't watch any of the streams from the podcast. I don't watch any streams from Hassan. I don't watch those things. I find them nauseating. And I don't think, I may have watched bits and pieces of creators that were responding to the videos or reacting to the videos or giving their to their thoughts or whatever on here and there, just little spot checks things, but I didn't watch it. I just like, okay, I watched it, the original. I had my own thoughts. I talked with some of my friends and stuff about it, had, shared thoughts. We discussed it, but as far as discussing it online, I don't know. Maybe I just don't have that mindset anymore to whatever. Look at this slop tuber. Yeah, I'm a slop tuber, 100%. I'm covering all the hot topics. I'm covering the Mandela effect of Egg McMahon and the Publishers Clearinghouse. I'm covering all the hot slop topics all day, every day. So anyway, if people want, and the thing of it is evidently it's entertaining to people. People want to see it. I mean, these guys that cover that stuff, I mean, they get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views on their videos. They'll have several thousands of people in their live streams watching them. And then even after they cut up the live streams and put out the segments, even those things get tens of thousands of views. So, hey, they're doing something right. And more power to them. I just can't do that. I just don't find it. I just don't find it entertaining personally. I don't. But I don't fault anybody that does find it entertaining. I mean, if that's what you guys like, watch it. I have no shame on that. Hell. I want to talk about how, Waffle House is a recurring topic on this channel. I've been to Waffle House. We talk about the Waffle Houses and stuff. I don't know what in the world is going on, but we've got a couple of sloppy seconds. You know what, Kevin? You may be right. If they cut up their streams as a sloppy seconds, possibly so. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Sure. Anyway, Waffle House. You guys know I cover Waffle House news here, and Waffle House has kind of got some notoriety for there being interactions between customers, there interactions between customers and the staff. They're known to be on the used by the U.S. weather disaster to help measure the whenever a natural disaster hits a community. If the Waffle Houses are still up and going, that usually means that it's going to be okay, because Waffle House is still selling those hash browns and waffles and things, bacon and grits and sausage and all that kind of stuff, right? But here lately, there's been a couple of upstarters that, oh, hang on here, I gotta move everything because that video. So hang on a second here. Let me get to chat. Here we go. Put you over here, chat. We'll get you right in here somewhere. There you go. That looks pretty good there. I think I can live with that. All right. So, some news. It says bear spray brawl at a Charlotte McDonald's. I'm assuming that's Charlotte, North Carolina. Got so out of control, the city sent the mass casualty bus. Well, I'll say this much. If they do it, I guess they're going to do it right, do it grandioso style. Let's see what we got going on here. This is coming from the Queen City News. It says 12 hurt in attack at McDonald's.
Just one injured. 12 individuals finding effects. So many that medic had to bring their bus. But a witness says it started with something much smaller.
I was sitting in my car and I heard a ruckus.
Sheila James saw who was causing the noise.
I turned around and...
there's something about an old Southern woman hauling her little fluffy dog around. But things like this really don't give us Southern people. You're just playing into the stereotype at this point, guys. Come on.
2 employees were getting ready to fight.
Not long after, Sheila says a carload of people arrived. She believes they were family members of one of the workers. And she says they started chasing the other worker inside the restaurant.
So we had 2 employees. Let me get this, if I'm getting this story right. I had 2 employees that had odds. And then one of the employees calls their family for backup. The backup family rolls up in there like a bunch of gangsters. Oh, Lord.
Sheila says the worker who was being chased got right up to the door, turned around, and defended herself.
The girl come out with a big can of bear mace and sprayed everybody. It was like a big ball of dust. It was everywhere.
Why would you be carrying, if you're working at McDonald's, serious question here. I don't understand this one, chat. If you're working at McDonald's, why would you be carrying around a big can of bear spray? In North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever this was, Charlotte, that'd be North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Why would you be, are bear attacks something that are reoccurring in North Carolina? I don't know.
Not only did it leave a big mess to clean up, but Sheila says it was pure chaos. And she says the victims even
Now, you're doing that woman wrong. She's sitting there trying to clean that door, cameraman, and you're sitting there getting a booty shot. What the hell is wrong with you? Bears has got to eat 2 pounds. I understand that, but they ain't going to be rolling up in no dadgum McDonald's.
included children.
They're running out and holding their eyes. I actually got a gallon of water out of my car, and they were running over, and then we got milk because it works better, and they were just rubbing it out of their eyes. Kids were crying and screaming and wiping their faces.
Sheila tried to distance herself.
I have a lung disease, and that I didn't want it to get anywhere near me. I was moving away from the place.
But she knows the scene at the fast food restaurant won't quickly leave her mind. In Charlotte, Robin Kennedy, Queen City News.
Oh my garden seed. Oh, I didn't even have that up there, did I? Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even have that last part up there. I would need bear spray if I worked there. I would have to walk past the green belt to get home at night, but I'm in the middle of nowhere. Well, Squatching, yeah. But you live in Canada, so bears are part of life up there. I understand that. But this is Charlotte, North Carolina. And here's something else. I understand that McDonald's is trying to, but don't be coming for the crown. Do not, no bears in Canada. Well, yeah, they've got bears, but they're like black bears and stuff. They're not serious. Okay, hang on. Let me just Google bear attacks in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, let's see what, because I feel like I'm getting challenged here. And of course, you guys can't see it because chat and everything's else in the way, but I'll tell you what. It says, while Charlotte, North Carolina is not known for frequent bear attacks, there have been isolated incidents and increased bear activity in the area. Black bears are present in North Carolina, and while they generally avoid humans, encounters can occur, especially when bears are protecting cubs or food sources. Well, okay, there we go. So I guess maybe the bears perceive McDonald's as a food source. Maybe they come in there and they want their damn Big Macs. I don't know. People are feral. Yeah, well, we are. It does seem like society is becoming more feral. I'll give you that. I don't disagree. Well, listen, and it ain't just McDonald's. It ain't just McDonald's that's trying to come for the crown at my beloved Waffle House. Bringing them, yeah, exactly, Kevin. Mama Bear's bringing them cubs in there. They want the Happy Meals. I get them toys, right? They want that, collect those toys. The big bears are having a Big Mac attack. Yeah, probably so. But anyway, it ain't just McDonald's is trying to come for Waffle House's throne right now. And I'm glad you're here, Squatching. I'm glad you're here. So, one of your country's beloved chains, restaurant chains, is trying to enter their damn name, throwing their name in the hat, or throwing their hat in the ring, or whatever the saying is. You know what I'm talking about, right? So, recently, this happened. Let me, because this is one of those YouTube shorts I can't. Anyway, here we go. Look at this. So we got an old man that's beating this teenage youngster down. This is at a Tim Hortons. Why? Because this little upstart here throws some food. Oh, I saw a clip of a woman taking a shot in a Tim's and throwing the log at a walker. taking a shit, not a shot. Oh, support him. Yeah. So anyway, this dude here, this little whippersnapper, this little juvenile delinquent, I guess, this teenage terror, decided to throw some food at this gentleman, this elderly gentleman's wife, right? And so this other guy comes over and says, hey, you know, so this other guy gives a good whack on the head, says, hey, punk, don't be throwing your poutine at Granny. Calm down over there. Timsby Wild, I think there was the Alberta location too. Like, I don't know where it was at as far as location wise. But now we've got two upstarts. We got freaking Timmy's and McDonald's that's trying to come for my beloved Waffle House. Well, Waffle House ain't having it, y'all. They ain't having it, I'm telling you. Right? They're not having it. So Waffle House put out this announcement. Oh, come on.
Right. Right.
Excuse me? These eggs are running. Can they be cooked again?
And my waffle is burnt. Can I get a new one?
If a situation like this arises, please do not throw hands. We know it's tempting, but court dates cut into smoke breaks. Instead, try using de-escalation phrases like, "Burn a waffle and then eat around it, bitch." Or my favorite, "The f did you expect? This is Waffle House." Remember, our goal is to reduce physical altercations by 12%. We crunched the numbers, and the only company to pay their employees more to fight was the UFC. So that means no uppercuts on the clock, and if you must square up, clock out first, like management does. Now let's see how the associate handles the situation.
My waffle is burnt. Can I get a new one?
Oh, your waffle is burnt? Then eat around it, bitch.
Excellent. The customer will receive exactly what they asked for, and a little extra. Congratulations, you've completed our core training. Now let's take a look at a few situations you'll be learning in our next training video. What to do when a customer brings a raccoon inside. Proper spatula stances during a brawl. What to do when a waffle is used as a weapon. How to tell if those are firecrackers or gunshots. Safely retrieving a tip from an active crime scene. How to properly scramble eggs during a race war.
Oh, I love this. This is, chef's kiss.
Acceptable slurs for you to say after you've been hit in the head with a coffee maker. Where to ash your cigarette when you're cooking on the grill. And is it acceptable to blow into a customer's breathalyzer so their car will start?
Yes. Yes, it is acceptable. I'll tell you that right now.
Remember, it's not just a Waffle House, it's a waffle home.
Exactly. I see Matt was demoted to line cook after punching a customer who snapped their fingers and called him Waffle Boy. Waffle Boy. Shit. Oh, God. Yes, Waffle Boy. There we go. Oh, my God. That's too fucking good. But that ain't it. That ain't all of it, guys. We got a part 2. We got a part 2. We're going to continue the training here.
Oh, excuse me.
I tell you what, I don't know why all of a sudden when you go to they have the volume down in the basement.
Oh, excuse me.
Hi, is everything okay with the food?
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay, is there anything else I can get you?
We're good, thanks.
Okay, great.
Can I get some more Diet Coke, please?
Oh my God, she snatched that hit. Oh, Lord.
Situations like this can easily be viewed as a violation of our customer discrimination policy if you only do it to one race. Here at Waffle House, we discriminate equally. No matter their race or color, everyone gets the full Waffle House experience. Everyone. If you want manners, go to IHOP. We're basically a Planet Fitness that sells grits.
There you go.
But again, please do not fight. And if they walk out offended, let them. They'll come back. They always come back.
That's right. They always come back. Let them go. They come back. You know what? Little known fact. Waffle House actually puts a little something in their food that is kind of like the the story about Timmy Horton's coffee. You know, Timmy puts a little something in that coffee. It's god-awful coffee from what I've been told. I've never had none. I'm looking forward to the day I get to try some of the Timmy Horton's coffee. But anyway, they put a substance in there, kind of like, you know, nicotine inside of cigarettes. You know, everybody knows cigarettes are bad for you. They know you're shortening your life cycle, right? They're going to kill you dead, graveyard dead. Probably wind up either dying of lung cancer or emphysema, you know. But people still smoke them. I don't know why. And not only that, it's well noted that it stunts your growth. And some people that I know of, they don't need their growth stunted. They're already vertically challenged enough as it is. But I will not name no names so to protect the innocent.
Because Waffle House isn't supposed to be good. It's supposed to be open. We're like Bonnie Blue's legs. We never close.
God, Lord, Bonnie Blue's legs. Jesus Christ.
Here.
Flawless execution.
Yeah, say something. Say something about how she put that cup of soda on your table. She'll snatch you again.
And no one lost a hoop earring this time.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Hi.
So we just gonna okay, that's all of that. All right. Anyway, 2 thumbs up on that. 2 thumbs up, 100%. Hang on here. I forgot to do something. Everybody's always yammering. Oh, we want a palate. And she sent me a palate cleanser the other day. Where was it? Let me scroll back through our time. Because you guys just don't understand. She sends me like 1,000. Where is? Oh, I missed it. Hang on here. She sent me a thing that said palette cleanser in our. We're gonna get a GG palette cleanser because. Oh Lord. Well, I can't find it. Okay, is that? It's the duck. All right, here we go. Here's the duck. Here's the GG. There's a GG palette cleanser for you guys. So I don't want to hear nothing out of you. You hear me? Nothing. This stinks. Go after GG.
Why are we just standing in the rain?
Because it's our duty, son.
Why is it our duty?
Because we're ducks, and it's what we do.
Why is it what we do?
I don't know, son. I don't know.
But why, Dad?
To appease the duck gods. I don't know.
No, it's not, Dad.
All right, smart guy. You can go play.
Thanks, Dad.
Duck God! Praise the duck God! Duck God! Almighty duck God!
Dad.
I don't even know what to say on that one, guys. I don't. Okay. That's a palette out of cleanse. Exactly. That one. That's this one. This one here is this one happened real close to my house. Well, it's in the anyway. This is in my state. We'll just let it go at that. Okay. Video, audio's turned up. Here we go.
Hey, I just found a bag of meth back there.
What is it?
A bag of meth.
Where at?
Yeah, on the sidewalk back there. Can I like turn it in?
Is it still over there?
No, I've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want me to give it to you? I wasn't sure what it was. I hadn't really done it since college, but I did a little bit, and sure enough, that's what it was. What's the matter?
Oh, that's hard to do.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She did a little too. Love you.
A little bag of math. I don't. You hate that one? They caught those art devil. Yeah, they sure did, Kevin. They sure did. That's a. I guess I could tell you a little update on that one there. That's one of those deals where local state authorities, they had searched and hunted and what have you. The guy had been out for, I think he was out like 12, almost a little over, I think right about 2 weeks he'd been on the run. And our governor decided that to call the federal boys, and so they sent in these border patrol guys, and they came in and found the guy in like no time. They were able to track him, whatever. They caught him, and he was like just a few miles from the prison. Actually, he was just kind of chill out. Now the funny thing is he had on a lot of different clothes and stuff than what he escaped in. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say he was getting help. He was getting help from people, and I'm sure all that will come to light, and that will be dealt with in time. What else do I have? Just a bunch of little old YouTube. Okay, I think I'm pretty much. Let me go. I told you guys, and I did remember. You guys didn't get to see the new trailer, and so I wanted to do that and show you guys the new trailer that I worked on, because I thought it was kind of funny. And okay, we're gonna go past all that because you guys don't care about all that mess. You guys don't care about all that mess, do you? No, I don't care about all of it anyway. So here we go.
Am I in danger? Do we need a restraining order? I don't think we're quite there yet. So if something happens to me, because we all know Seth can be a little wild, crazy sometimes. So if something happens to me, a la, Misery, like she comes in there and Kathy baits me and breaking my legs or something. We'll see how this proceeds. So let's just get into it. Let me present the receipts, because I don't want to be accused of lying by omission. So I want to bring the receipts. I want to be transparent, if you will. So last night, Seth puts a tweet out and says, "My PC died." And it says, "I hate using phone. I don't know what to do. If only we knew someone who knows how to troubleshoot computer problems." Seth comes in and says, "I think it's hardware. Still may be able to help, maybe." And she goes, "I will bow down and ask him for his professional opinion." Seth sends me a DM in the Discord. She goes, crying emoji, kind of, whatever. I guess that's what I don't know. PC no worky, people. And now I wanted to understand. I had already went to bed. But anyway, so she reaches out to me. Seth reaches out to me, and she says the PC's not working. And I said, "What's wrong with it?" And she says, "It won't recognize any USB connections. I've tried it all, people." I said, "Okay, well, what USB device is it not recognizing?" Because I'm having to establish a baseline here of what she has not done, whatever. She goes, "Any mouse, keyboard, external internet card," and then she's got the little sad thing. I said, "So you have no ability to control anything on it?" She goes, "No, I can't even get into BIOS." So anyway, she goes, she couldn't even get into BIOS. I said, "Okay, is this a PC or a laptop?" And so she told me it was a PC. And I said, "Okay, so try this." I said, "Power off the PC, pull the power cord out of the back of it, hold the power button down for about 30 seconds, then plug the power back in and try powering it up." And she reiterates back to me. She goes, "You want me to hold the power button while my PC doesn't have power?" She goes, "This sounds like witchcraft, but I'll do it." So I explained to her why I'm having her do this. I said, "So the PC motherboard has these little devices, and they're called capacitors. And capacitors are basically kind of like little batteries. And what can happen is if you have like a little power surge or something like that can happen. And what will happen is those capacitors will get into a false state of charge, or they will be charged when they shouldn't be charged. And basically, it's called, I call it crowbarring. It kind of gets locked up. So when you unplug the power cord and you push the power button down, what happens is that'll bleed off all the power in the capacitors and all that, right? To where it drains all the power out of the motherboard completely, totally. And sometimes I've seen this work. I've seen it work a lot of times, as a matter of fact. And then she comes up and she goes, "I could kiss you on the mouth right now. You genius man." And then I said, "So did that work?" She goes, "Yes." I said, "Well, I'm glad it fixed it for you." She says, "You're a wizard. I love you."
I wanted to call in because I wanted to thank people.
You're welcome, Seth. I was just glad that it was something simple and easy, because it's important for you to be on the show this evening. So
I'm not emotional, okay, but I have like I don't want to get rid of this PC because I named it and everything.
So used to, Seth used to love me, but she don't no more. She doesn't love me no more. She says mean, ugly things to me all the time. And anyway, I want you guys to know I'm on the same PC, and his name is Talon, and I still love him. Guys, okay, so some of the things I cut out, what you don't know is that was back in 2023. So, and she told me at that point in time she had bought I think she said she bought the PC like in 2000. What was it? Like 2012 or 13, something. The PC was about, at that point, was almost 10 years old. So now we're looking at about 12 years of age. I told her back then she was living on borrowed time. At this point in time, her PC is basically on life support. And I'm pretty sure it has a DNR, but she's not letting it go. She's keeping it alive. And all it wants to do is just go and rest. It's paid its dues. It's served her well. And she's just mean and spiteful and bitter, and she will not let this PC go gently into that good night. Is your Frankenstein's monster? Well, no, I don't know physics, Kevin. But I do know PCs a little bit. I know a little bit. I've been working with them and on them for about 30 some odd years. So I do know a little bit about PCs. Not a whole lot, though. Not a whole lot. Anyway, listen, guys. If I'm not mistaken, let's see here. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah. The newest from the balcony has now dropped. It dropped. Bad planning on my part. It went live during this stream. I should have had it go live later on. Honestly, I should have had it go live later on. But anyway, the latest from the balcony is live. Hang on here. Well, welcome back. Shut up, you old man. But anyway, it's on the channel. It's a little project that Nietzsche and I are doing where we go over and review movies that are this week we just did it. It was just one movie, which was The Outsiders. Is a book that was turned into a movie that was written by S.E. Hinton, was directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Very good movie. We really enjoyed it. We even had a guest that joined us at the end of the podcast to talk about a couple other things. So make sure you stay all the way to the end to listen about that. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, some of my posters have fallen. Well, here's what happened. So I got those command strips, that says that you put them up and they stay until you pull the little strip, whatever. That's a fargan lie. It's a fargan lie. The sons of bitches have failed, and I just haven't gotten any new adhesive strips to put back up. I will get it fixed. I'll get it rectified. I'll get my poster stuff back up. I've got like so much. I was just talking with Gigi last night. I've got like a ton of YouTube memorabilia, primarily like coffee cups and stuff that I've collected from YouTubers. Some that are now defunct, shows and things that I need to put up. I want to get a display case of some kind and get it put up where I can have it. Proper anchor hanger. Yeah, I just didn't want to put any holes in the wall. But I think you're probably right, Squatchet. I'm going to wind up having to do something like that and put get a proper hanging of them or whatever. I'll work on that. So anyway, but I've actually been talking about, or debating, I guess, in my mind, rather, maybe that's the way to put it, of changing how all this is laid out in here and changing my the way I do this. It's easy to patch or send a pic. Okay, but I'm thinking about realigning my room in here and stuff. Got to do a little different. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But anyway, if you guys wouldn't mind, if you haven't not heard enough of me, or you still want some more, please check out the latest episode of From the Balcony. We talk about the Outsiders. I think that's about it. There will be no Clear as Mud this weekend. It's Father's Day weekend. It's also my anniversary weekend. The lovely Mrs. Riv and I we've been married for 28 years, and we will be starting our 29th year together. I'm not showing the zombie. You had your chance at palate cleansing, and it failed. Anyway, we'll be starting our 29th year of marriage together, and so I don't know how much I'm going to be around or online the rest of this weekend. Spend some time with the missus, and anyway, but if you wouldn't mind, I'd appreciate it. Nietzsche would appreciate it. Check out the latest From the Balcony, especially if you're a fan of the Outsiders, and Miss S.E. Hinton as a general rule of the different books and stuff. And if you're one of these rare people that maybe you know about the Outsiders, but did you know that she had several other books that were also made into movies in the world, the universe that she created? If not, check out we go over it a little bit. Anyway, until next time, guys, remember, keep your powder dry, and I will see you in the funny papers.